And now I become blonde.
And nobody had that. The back.
Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Miley and right now I am currently participating in the production of White Christmas at my local community theater, and it's showtime, baby. It is opening night and I'm gonna take you guys along to get ready with me. Makeup, hair, wig, and all. I'm gonna show you my whole process of what it's like to get ready for a musical theater production. So come along with me. But before we do, don't forget to subscribe because as you know, or maybe you don't know, but I'm gonna tell you either way. We're working toward hitting 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so click that subscribe button and help us out. And now that I've got my PSA out of the way, let's head into this get ready with me. Okay, so hi. Normally I'm a, oh gosh, I just punched my mirror. Did you see that? Normally I'm a very like minimal makeup person. I don't really wear foundation. I do mostly just eye stuff. I'll sometimes throw on a pretty subtle lip, but for the most part, I have a pretty general makeup routine and I stick to it. But for musical theater, obviously, you are under bright lights, which by the way, I get ready for shows under a ring light. There's a ring light behind you. That's why it's so bright on my face right now, just to kind of mimic the stage light so I can make sure that I'm doing my makeup for the stage. And right now I'm using an eye depuffer. It's a Sonia Kashuk like wand thing. It's the coolest thing ever. And I love it. It's like this roller on a tip and you just, it's cold automatically and you just run it under your eyes. I always like to depuff my eyes because I just get like the worst under eye bags. And this actually does help and it feels good too. It's just kind of relaxing. So for the stage, I have to put on obviously a lot more makeup than what I'm typically used to. So I figured I'd show you my routine. It's a little bit extra, but I love doing makeup for musical theater because it's just a time to get to play with makeup in a way that I don't do day to day. So it's just fun. So we are going to start out with, I already put moisturizer on, by the way. My foundation, when I do use foundation, which by the way is never unless I am in a show, I use the Maybelline Fit Me foundation and it's their matte and poreless. So I literally just get a little bit out on my hand like such. Like that is the amount of foundation I use. I don't put it all over because let's be honest, I just sweat it off, but my cheeks get super rosy, so I do put it over my cheeks just to give me more of a blank canvas, you know? Literally, this is all the foundation I'll put on, is just right here on my cheeks. Also, I have a zit starting right here. Why is that happening? Oh, I hate those zits that just simply won't pop. Then I go in, I have the same formula foundation, concealer in the same color, the Maybelline Fit Me, and I take a lot of this under my eye, a lot more than normal, a lot more than I normally would do, and then on any like blemish I have. And I just use my fingers to dab this in. Look how bright that is under my eyes, LOL. I need to blend it a bit more. I'm gonna use my foundation brush. My favorite brushes to use that I use in my normal life as well are these Delium Tools ones. They're yellow. You can get them in different colors, but the yellow is like the classic Delium Tools. Okay, so I'm pretty well covered how I want to be covered. Now I am taking the NYX HD Finishing Powder and I just dab a very generous amount under my eye and I dab a lot on here. Like a lot. So whoa, I'm looking like a ghost right now, but just, you gotta trust the process, okay? Now I'm taking this big fluffy Delium Tools brush and I'm just going to kind of brush off the excess powder. It's time to add back some color. And I use two different kinds of blushes. This is so overkill, but I just like both of these, so I wanna use both of them. And they do something a little different. So the first one I'm using is a cream blush and it is the Flower Beauty Pinched, and I just kind of dab it on my cheeks. It's a very natural color, so I literally just use my hands to dab it in. It's the Flower Beauty Blush Balm. Just kind of slap it all over, you know? No real technique to it, just kind of slap it on. Okay, so that's the base of my blush, but it's a little too natural looking. So I want to add a little bit more color and I'm using the Flower Beauty powder blush, and this one is in a very gorgeous color. I think it's called Sweet Pea. Yeah, Sweet Pea. So I'm going to take my blush brush. I'm just going to make that color a little more pronounced. See, as such. Then I'm going to take that same brush and I'm just going to add a laughable amount of contour. You guys, I literally use eyeshadow for contour. I just pinch this guy and I dab a tiny bit in this Cypress Umber shade of my Anastasia palette and I just buff it out right under where my blush goes. This is like the silliest step ever, but do you see? It kind of does something. I tell myself that, but it doesn't because I'm too afraid to use real bronzer because my freaking skin is just so light that any bronzer is just automatically a lot. Now, oh, I forgot to put concealer on the top of my eyes. I do add concealer to my eyelids as well. I never do this in normal life. I'm gonna use this brush. It just helps keep my eyeshadow in place a little better. Okay, now my face is done. Moving on to eyebrows, I just use my L'Oreal. L'Oreal is my favorite drugstore brand. You can't go wrong with anything L'Oreal. I'm using my brow stylist definer pencil, and I think I'm in the shade Dark Brunette, I'm pretty sure. And I just brush my eyebrows back and fill them in pretty much like typical. One eyebrow done, two eyebrows done. And I use my Anastasia brow gel to brush them back and hold them in place. Okay, so now begins my ridiculous eye process. So I am taking the base shade, which is just a white shade, in my Anastasia Norvina palette, and I'm going to put that all over both lids all the way up to my brow bone. Then I'm going to take my trusty dusty soft glam Anastasia palette, and I'm going to use my favorite shade in this whole palette that's almost gone. It's this like purpley, it's called Dusty Rose. It looks purple, but it just comes out very neutral looking. I don't like a harsh dark brown on the top just because I think it is too dark and I have smallish eyes. So it's just like too much heaviness on my eye, in my opinion, to use a dark brown everywhere. So I love this color because it's just a very natural, neutral one. Okay, and then taking a more angled brush, and I'm taking Modern Renaissance Anastasia palette. Are you noticing a trend here? I am gonna take the antique bronze color right here. It's just kind of a sparkly brown, and I'm going to just pat it right here just in my outer corner, just to define my outer corner a little better. But again, I'm not putting a super harsh dark brown there. Don't worry, I'm gonna blend. Okay, that's pretty good. So there's my base. And then I'm going to take, I am so ridiculous. Do I need to be using 4 different eyeshadow palettes for this? No, I don't, but I just love using all my different makeup. I'm going to take, this is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk palette. I think it's actually their mini. It is the most pretty neutrals, neutral like pinky, blushy kind of tones. And I'm taking this like very like sparkly neutral shade and I'm just patting it on my lid. So I patted that on and then I go back to, I believe my Norvina palette. Is my Norvina where the good glitter is? Look at that glitter. This is the color Dreamer in my Anastasia Norvina palette. I put it on the front section of my lid. The one thing I'll say about Anastasia that I don't like is that their glitters, like their true glitters, are pretty fallouty, which is fine because like, are you kidding me? Look at that glitter. So you're gonna be dealing with a bit of fallout, but hashtag worth it, you know what I'm saying? That's my shadow look on top. Shimmery. Then I take in my Modern Renaissance palette. Actually, it's in both my Modern Renaissance and my Soft Glam palette, the Cypress Umber True Brown color on my little angle baby brush. And I just brush it under my eye as such. And then I always just like to kind of smudge them out with my fingers just to make it look like a little less of a harsh line, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm going to go back to Modern Renaissance and I'm going to take the Vermeer, which is my second favorite shimmer color. I'm going to go in my eyebrow line. Now my favorite part, eyeliner. Stila Stay All Day, baby. You know, I don't use any other liquid eyeliner but this because it's simply the best. It's better than all the rest. And I'm making a pretty dramatic cat eye because I'm playing someone in the 1950s. Here's the trick for a really good cat eye. I just made a baseline right here, yeah. And then I make it go straight out all the way to the end of my natural eye line. Then I go from the bottom of that and draw a little wing out, like such. Can you see the little wing? And then I will go in and make this thicker to come up here and match the wing and then fill it in. So I don't know how good you can see this. Let's see if I can zoom in. All right. See how I thickened it? Now I'm gonna go back in and color it in. And you can like keep defining it at the eye and make it thicker if you want. Just get it to where you're happy with it. And then I typically go back in and thicken this middle part a little bit as well. And I always keep it really tight at the corner. So there you go, a nice dramatic wing. And it looks a lot more dramatic right now, but once you add like mascara and the finishing touches, you know, it's less dramatic. So let me do the other side. Okay, so I've got them as even as they're gonna get. Now to tightline. I like to tightline with a brown pencil. I use the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Last Longwear Eye Pencil. This is the best for tightlining because it's waterproof and it doesn't go anywhere. It's amazing. So I tightline all the way underneath my eye and I do above as well. So the trick to doing above is just to pull your lash up a tiny bit. And you just gotta go fast without thinking about it. See how that just defines it better? Damn, that's good. Okay, now mascara. Normally, I would do fake eyelashes, but honestly, I just didn't want to mess with fake eyelashes. So I'm not messing with them. My lashes are pretty darn long by themselves, and my mascara is really waterproof and great, so there's really not a need. Let me show you the difference in that mascara makes. Okay, you guys, look at that. I mean, come on. That eye has all the mascara on it. This eye's got nothing. Look at that difference. Crazy, right? So crazy. Okay, let me do the other eye now. All right, mascara done. Now I'm almost done, you guys, I promise. I am using the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. This is one of the greatest highlighters I've ever used, and I think it costs $4. Like, it is amazing. I put a pretty heavy amount of this all down my nose. Shiny, and all right here. I love this stuff because it's not sparkly. It's just very natural looking. Look at that shimmer, look at that, whoa, amazing. But it's not like sparkles on your face, you know, it's not the cheer competition look. It's very natural. And I just cake it on to get more of a intense look, you know, and I put some over the top of my brows as well. Okay, and then I always just kind of rub down my nose because I don't want it to be like too extreme. But that is the look. Now I just have to add lips and then we're done. Okay, I line my lips with, this is the Maybelline Color Sensation Shaping Lip Liner in Very Cherry. Okay, and I like to fill in my lip liner at the corners all the way because that seems to be the place that I like lose my lipstick the most. Ta-da. Okay, and then I'm using this freaking magic crap. This is L'Oreal. I don't even know what it's called. Let's see. It doesn't even say what it is. Basically, it's a matte lipstick. And it's got this super weird doe foot applicator. It is so incredibly good. I like to do 2 layers. And then you just wait for it to dry and it'll get all over your teeth until it dries. So just be aware of that. That is the finished makeup look. Probably not as much as some people would put on for the stage, but that's the final product. Now, let's go to the theater because there's a step that I have to do there, and it's why my hair is in this horrible, thrown up, very messy French braids as I wear a wig. So let's go to the theater and finish this look up. First thing I do is pin my braids up flat on my head. Now I'm putting on my wig cap. How beautiful. And now I become blonde.
And nobody had that. The back.
And here's my twin.
That's what I want.
I don't have lips on.
What I'm doing is perfect.
Ooh.
Do you need some help?
Here's my question. Why couldn't my zit that's coming up be on this side of my forehead where the hair covers it instead of this side of my forehead? That's what I want to know.
It never works that way.
No, it doesn't.
The age-old wig zit question.
3 minutes till house opens. 3 minutes till house opens.
3
Thank
minutes till house opens. Sherry! Come back. Say hi to my vlog.
Hi, vlog. I watch you all the time.
It's my friend Sherry. I gave you a shout out in Friday's video.
Okay. Is that the one where you're actually going to show us the Christmas in your house?
How did you know that was the video you were going to get a shout out in?
Okay. You can come over and
She
vlog.
knows everything.
Your house?
You can come vlog my Christmas house.
And we're done. Hi vlog!
It's Abby!
It's Abby! You've seen Abby before. My cousin Abby. She's the star of the show. Look at her cute curlers.
This is how I'm going on stage.
I came to get tattoo cover up from her because,
You'd never know there was a tattoo under there.
yeah, you'd never know.
Okay.
I gotta cover mine up too. Alright, I came to a quiet hallway to end this vlog because I didn't want to make everyone in the makeup room be quiet so I could close my vlog awkwardly. So that is my finished look. I gotta go get my costume on and start the show. Stay tuned because I'm going to be vlogging the opening weekend of the show and all the behind the scenes fun. So stay tuned, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!